My general approach to the game is like situational analysis. I think that's the simplest way to learn the game, and also the one that will give you the strongest foundation. So the pattern we're going to be seeing essentially is we'll look at the position that you're in, maybe the frame advantage depending on like what animation you're in. So maybe you're like rolling away or something. So we'll look at the situation, assess it, and then make a decision based on the different dynamics and like threats between both players. And I think if you just start recognizing situations like, oh, okay, this is the round start situation, you should have at least one game plan, but preferably two or even three. So if you can get to a point where you feel like you have 1 to 2 game plans for every common situation, then you'll start to feel like you have a good foundation, and then you can start expanding with like 3 or 4 options, and you can be more subtle about how you're countering your opponent.
Yeah, I think that definitely, especially versus Fox, who like has all their game plans figured out, is like necessary. Whereas like in other matchups, you often sort of make the first move a lot of the time.
Yeah, I totally agree. Falco's the type of character where you want to set the pace, but it is harder versus Fox because he's one of the better characters against lasers. So that's another common thing we'll have to look out for, is whether you're able to get your laser out. So if you can like do the initial laser, that's big because laser has a lot of startup, but once you get the lasers going, then you can sort of control the ground. So a lot of Falcos struggle to get that first laser out because they're getting hit by Fox. So in those situations, you need to be able to fight Fox without the lasers first. Yeah, let's dive right in. Yeah, so in along those lines, because you're so far away at the beginning, you basically get a guaranteed laser here. And I really like just the standard drop-down laser versus Fox, just so you can get on the ground and start controlling it. Because he can't really stop that. And if he does a jump
instead of running at him, which I think is what...
Yeah. So like you do want to control the middle, but the best way to control the middle is to like control it with a laser as opposed to dropping down here. Because you can see like you don't have any real way to contest Fox doing this, right? So if you just like think about, okay, if both characters run off the platform and move towards the middle, he has this he has up air, which has like quite a bit of stun even at 0. He has a bigger shine. He has a drill that could maybe do something, like it would beat crouch cancel at 0. So he has a number of tools, but Falco isn't really good at. He's not as good at scrapping, so especially in the air. Okay, that's perfect. So this is more what we want to see. This is good. So you back off a little to get the laser out, and then you start dash dancing. And he gives you an aerial, so we want to be whiff punishing this. So as soon as you start that dash dance, you want to be looking at your opponent, reacting to what he's doing, and then when you see this, then you can use that as a cue to know, okay, I'm going to short hop in and do a late down air shine. You could also do like a running shine maybe, but I think down air is actually just the easiest and best option here. So it's like maybe you just missed your L cancel.
Yeah.
Okay, another laser. Okay. So not too bad once you're getting the lasers out. You can see once you're in this scenario though. So you like roll in, you get clipped, but you're actually actionable a little bit before him. He's still not actionable yet. And you can see like you're still trying to down air. So this is one of those situations where you can't get to him in time. So you have to recognize, okay, Fox can move before I can hit him with my down air. That's a very common theme with Falco, is because he's one of the slower top tiers, a lot of the other characters will rely on like jumping away or dashing away, or even just shielding. And then you could get like shield grabbed for this. You could get hit out of shield, dash chance grabbed. So you want to try to avoid these scenarios where you're attacking someone who has time to move.
So what's the alternative?
The alternative would be setting up the laser control or just dash dancing, oops, I went past it.
They're like trying to bait out those options, I guess.
Sort of letting him move. So imagine you like knew he would either dash back or full hop. Those are the most common. If you just sit here and laser, then he would be like coming down into your laser, and I call them laser nets, where you shoot a laser out and they land right on top of it, and then you can confirm that into a dash jump shine. And that's really what you want to be focused on at low percents is linking shine either through like a raw shine. You can just run up and shine or jump shine him. Or the other way to get shines is to do a late downer on the ground or nair him out of the air. So maybe you think he's going to like short hop at you. You could stuff that short hop with a nair and then downer, and then link the nair into a shine. But shine is how you're going to get most of your big combos. The other way would be like maybe you try to anti-air this with up tilt. So if you thought he would jump specifically here, you can see like, so maybe you laser here instead of down air. So the laser would cover the dash back, and then after he full hops, you can react to that and land and then up tilt.
Yeah, I think I have a problem switching back to lasers after like switching between scrapping and like using lasers.
Okay. Yeah, I think the main thing you want to think about is this fox going to attack me? So, and you're not going to know this for sure 100% of the time. Like right here, the fox could potentially attack. So if you're worried about that and you want to do a down air to protect against that, I think that's totally reasonable. But then we want to be doing the down air retreating, or like dashing back and doing a backflip down air, also known as the like zoo down air is what I call it. But those are the kinds of things you want to do if you think he's going to move in. And then to cover the other options, you want to be using more laser or just forward movement. I know. Did you have like a... Do you ledge dash a lot, or do you have other ledge options you like to do?
I've just been trying to force myself to ledge dash, even without Galint. Like, it's just trying to get comfortable.
Gotcha. Okay. I was just checking, because a lot of people have different thoughts on that. I don't think ledge dashing is, like, totally necessary. But I would say if you're going to go for it, you only really need to get a good enough ledge dash that you can actually get your shield up, or maybe roll. I think if you can get it to that point, then that'll be really helpful. Even if you can't do like the ledge dash nair, like that's really hard with Falco, or even ledge dash turnaround up tilt can be hard.
I usually either shine or shield. I think is generally
okay.
I don't know if it's the Galint is high enough.
Yeah, I mean you only need one frame to shield. That's why I recommend.
Oh, one frame? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because shield comes out one frame, so you only need one frame of Gallant. But other options that you can think about are ledge hop side B. And you could even do the double jump back ledge hop and then side B ledge cancel on the side plat. That can be pretty good on Pokemon. And the way I do
high waveland on battlefields.
Yeah, and the waveland on the side plats. Yeah, those are like some other pretty good options.
Yeah. I've just been trying to.
And then of course ledge hop double laser.
I don't worship ledge dash. I'm just trying to incorporate it a bit.
Sure, I think that's totally a good idea. Only other thing I would say is if you grab ledge like this, so you grab ledge, but then you sort of hesitate, right? And I'm guessing this is you preparing to do the ledge dash, right?
Yeah, or just also being nervous that Fox is crouching.
So if you're ever like on the ledge and you feel like you're not ready to do the ledge option right away, you'll usually want to refresh, because otherwise this is going to be very dangerous to do this, because this whole time you're jumping up here, so your invul has run out completely, and you could be just fire stalling and you would be fine, but now you're like jumping on stage with no intangibility at all. So,
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because like even
I think I only think of it as a timing mix-up, but yeah, in that case, when they're
Yeah,
all
you don't really want to think of it as a timing mix-up because he could just throw out a hitbox. Like it's not uncommon for people to just throw out hits at ledge, and if you lose the timing mix-up, you would literally die because you wouldn't have a double jump. Um, that's why like even if you don't get any gallant, if you at least have like some intangibility that your waveland can land, you'll at least get your double jump back. But when you hesitate on the ledge like that, it means if they hit you at all before you even waveland, then you would just be 100% dead. Nice. Okay, so this is classic Fox full hop. So I like this laser. You could even like go for a grab or shine off this. That's fine though. You decide, okay, I'm just going to back up and sort of reset. So this is the classic Falco laser spacing where you're like at shuffle distance away. So if you decided to shuffle, you'd land right on top of him. It's very common. This is another situation where Fox is likely to move, even though he's shielding. So he can't do dash away, but maybe he does wave dash back, and he still has full hop, especially with this platform right here. So those are the options you want to be looking for. You don't want to sort of think, you don't want to assume that he's going to stay shielding here after this laser, right? So you can see like after the laser, he's already jumped actually. He hasn't even shielded the laser.
He avoided the laser.
So we want to be thinking, okay, how do I deal with this full hop? And you can deal with that either by like turning around and up tilting, but at this range he can't. So like once he's shielding, he can't full hop as far as he can with a dash full hop. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because he has no momentum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So for this one,
pretty much just going to come down with drill.
Yeah, you can look for him coming down onto the side plat with an aerial, and then you could like dash jump shine it, just like shine him as he lands. And again, that's going to lead into a big combo. The other option is to sort of just like back off a little so that you're not in this area where he can run off and drill or something, and just play around that and just continue playing the ground, controlling it with lasers. So yeah, you can imagine like if you did the second option where like you see full hopped and then you just back off a little, maybe dash chance, and then as he does his back air, then you can attack him when he lands either by lasering right here, and maybe you get a laser net on him, or you laser him as he lands and confirm him to like a grab or dash attack or something.
Yeah, I think lasering jumps and lasering landings is definitely something that would help me out a lot.
And if you're positioned properly, you don't even need to do the laser. The laser is more for like when we're playing it safe. But if you see his jump arc, especially because he was shielding, you know he can only go this far. This is basically as far as he's going to go. So maybe his Nair reaches like here. You can space around his Nair and then just punish everything with an aerial.
What's the optimal punish? Just downer? Generally?
In this, the optimal punish, downer would knock down and give him a chance to tech roll. So the optimal punish would probably be a jump shine. Or like, technically it would be like a grounded shine somehow. Maybe like a wave dash back or a frame perfect jump cancel shine. But even just like a regular jump shine where you like short hop and then like shine his head and then wave land onto the side plat, that would still give you a really good combo.
Just whatever leads to shine.
Yeah. Generally. And when you're first trying to whiff punish this, I wouldn't even say to go for the best punish. I think it's good to just get in the habit of like dash hands grabbing it, just so you can get in the habit of actually getting the whiff punish. And then as you get more and more familiar with the whiff punish scenario, you can start picking better options. So maybe Fox is at 150 and you just whiff punish with an F smash. That might actually be easier than the grab. It depends. But I would recommend sticking with the easier options like grab, because if you're a little late with the grab and he ends up shielding, then you would win that anyway. So grab is going to be the most lenient, but also not the best reward. So that's why eventually you'll want to transition to maybe a down air or a shine. So yeah, that's how you want to think of it.
Sure.
Oh. Got him. So as soon as you hit him off like this, you kind of want to transition mentally into edge guard mode. So that's going to include like lasering to like knock him below the ledge and then give you a favorable edge guard. So you can see like
I missed this laser.
Yeah. Did you try to laser?
It was just too late. It was too late.
Oh, okay.
Like right
here.
Yeah,
I would have lasered as I ran off there.
Yeah,
especially because there's no downside. Like it's the same amount of lag when you run off with the laser. Like anytime you're empty landing, you might as well be lasering.
Yeah.
And it's like if you thought the side B was coming, then it's like a decent read. You would have been positioned properly, but
yeah, I think it just needed to shoot the laser and then cover the side.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So here you can see you go for the whiff punish, but you like backed off a little too far for my preference. Let me see.
Yeah, because like he couldn't have made it.
Yeah, like when you slid off there, and it's like this is already a great deal of distance. So this is sort of was what I was referring to at the beginning about like assessing the situation and then making a decision. The decision here should never be dash back, right?
I think it's just an instinct.
Yeah, exactly.
After like
so if
neutrals reset, yeah.
Yeah, if you can shift more towards like reacting to where the opponent is and then deciding like, okay, do I want to move forward to close the space, or do I want to stay still and laser, or do I want to retreat to protect myself? The only time you should
laser from here, right? Like I think.
Yeah, I think you could move forward, but Fox definitely has some like short hop off threats. So I think just lasering from here is fine. Ginger calls it off center. If you've ever heard
no, I've seen
any of his content.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fox can do like a short hop off Nair, but if he does that, you can actually just react with up tilt. So you shouldn't be too afraid of short hop off. But let's say he just does like a run off Nair, which you can't react to. Maybe he gets to like the very edge of this Pokeball, the center of the Pokeball. So you could like very comfortably laser here and sort of view it as like Fox falling into your laser. Either like falling directly into it or landing and then getting lasered after. Either way, you're going to have some sort of laser control, right? Because he's just stuck up here.
Yeah, I have a question. Like, there's no way, because Falco's full hop is so high, like, there's no real way to, like, laser side plat, right? So should I just stay on the ground?
There's not an efficient way. Like, if you ever try to, you could, like, jump up here and, like, do laser, like, shoot two and then have the second one go at the side plat height.
Yeah.
But what'll happen a lot of times if you do that, I mean, first of all, even if you hit the laser, like, nothing happens, right?
Yep.
So you always
Fox is going to go on the ground and punish you.
That's the other thing is, like, then the Fox just sees you jump way up here and it's just like, oh, okay, I'll just get under here, maybe even up smash you for it. And that's true with most of the cast. Like, Marths and Cheeks definitely love to just stand on the side plat. A lot of Falcos will double jump and then they'll run off. One tricky thing you can do is like shoot a laser up here. So do an instant double jump, do a high laser, and then as they run off, you drop down and actually shoot a low laser. So if you do the fast fall, if you do the double jump a little lower, you can laser above the side plat and then one below the side plat and catch them running off. Because most spacies aren't used to that, or most opponents in general.
Well, no, yeah, most people think you're just going to shoot lasers in a steady rhythm.
Yeah, they think you're going to shoot it at the side plat height. So when they run off, they get hit by the lower laser. But other than that, I don't think it's really all that important to laser the Fox here. If he's really insistent on platform camping, then you can consider like moving forward to either bait him into running off. So maybe if you stand like right here, Fox can run off Nair, but he can't know if you're going to move out of the way in time, right? And that's sort of like how fighting games work in general is you want to be like threatening your opponent by getting at the edge of their range, and then as they attack you, like dodge at the last moment and then whiff punish. Or you sort of like call their bluff and say like, okay, you're not going to do this run off Nair. You're going to just hang out here waiting for me to do something, and I'm just going to jump up and attack you. Or like just keep getting closer until you retreat into the corner. But yeah, you can see you back off a little unnecessarily. And then once he double jumps like this, I definitely would be thinking, okay, I definitely want to laser him out of the air, or at the very least punish his landing. But you can see...
I think foxes feel too comfortable jumping against me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not either lasering it or punishing it, like shining them out of the air, up tilting them.
He has one of the best full hops in the game, so it can be difficult to deal with. But I definitely think if you just focus on it and focus on using the laser net and then proper whiff punishes, it's actually fairly limited, because Fox isn't the type of character who can, especially when he's doing the stationary full hops. If he's doing like a dash full hop, maybe he's threatening you. But the full hop's in place and out of shield, like he can't go very far, right? So it's not like a Peach who can jump up and then float towards you, or a Jigglypuff who can like fly and do a couple back airs. If he jumps, he's pretty much stuck in that range.
Yeah, I think that the fear is that like even if I think that part of the issue is also just like inconsistent shield pressure on Fox. And,
right. Okay, so we can address that because that's what happens here. So the first issue we want to identify is that you were too far away, right? If you look back at where Fox jumped, I think he double jumped, right? Yeah, so he ran off and double jumped. Where would you say he could like reach if you had to describe it based on the ground?
He double jumped just now. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he could reach right to the right of like the left platform, I guess.
Maybe to like the edge of the white half of the Pokeball, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, you can see he like runs off and does immediate double jump right there. So as soon as we see this, maybe we react to it at like this point. We know there's no way he's like getting past this point, right? Like maybe this. It's a little ambiguous, but you can sort of visualize the cone of his like threat range, right? Like as far as where he could drift. So we want to position as close to that as possible. That way, when he comes down, so you can see he's not even like at the edge of this. He's more halfway through. And if we were like right at the edge of the Pokeball, we could just punish this with a grab, a jump shine, or a down air. So we could sort of get the opening that we want with the whiff punish. But because you did that like slight dash away, that made all the difference. Now, that doesn't mean this is like a bad scenario at all. I think you should still do the approach you did here. But now you have to know, okay, he has time to get his shield up, and I need to be doing an aerial that will be safe on shield.
That should have been a late Nair.
Yeah, so like the early aerial is good if you're close enough to get the true whiff punish. Like if you can hit him before he's out of lag, then it's okay to do the early Nair. But you do the early Nair when he has time to shield. Or he even could have dashed back.
There's no benefit to doing the early Nair.
The benefit,
like you can catch them in the air, right?
Yeah, well the benefit to doing the early Nair is that you can hit him quickly. Right? So if you're going for a whiff punish where you need to Nair him quickly, let's say he was at 180% and all you needed was a Nair to kill. And then let's also say you were positioned close, then I think you could just go for the Nair. And you would want to do the early Nair so that it hits him before he's able to shield. Right?
Okay.
So that's the assessment you have to make is, if I do the early Nair, will he have time to shield or dash back? And then if that's the case, then you want to opt for, you typically want to opt for a Nair that will be safer on shield. And the way you want to do that is you want to start the Nair around the peak of your jump, and then you actually want to start the fast fall before your Nair comes out. And if you're able to do that, it'll be safe on shield, at least enough that you can like beat a shine out of shield or a roll. But when you do the Nair and the hitbox is already out on this frame, and you haven't fast fallen yet, so that's like usually going to be unsafe on shield. So you see how you did you hit his shield and then you did the fast fall? Do you know what I mean by that? Okay.
Yeah. Wait, so are you saying that are you describing how to do a late Nair or like how to do an
it's
early
not
Nair,
even
right?
a late Nair, it's more like a mid-height Nair. Here, I have a document on it from this is from Drugged Fox. So you can look at that later. It'll describe it in detail. But essentially you want to, if Falco's already fast falling, as his Nair comes out, he'll be lower, and that'll make it so you have better frame advantage. But when you hit the Nair first, and then you're still not even fast falling yet, that's like the point where you're starting to give Fox enough time to shine out a shield.
Okay.
So we can even go through and look at the frame advantage. So Fox is
I'm just
actionable
trying it
now.
out, and it's just hard to get that fast fall in there on a short hop, I guess.
Yeah, the Nair is the harder one. With down air, you can just hit down on the C stick and down on the control stick at the same time, and you'll get it.
Yeah.
With Nair, you have to press A to do the Nair, and you have to already be at the peak of your jump, right? Because you can't fast fall before the peak of your jump. So you want to press A and then down on like the next frame or two.
Okay, so you
before
just
the Nair
them,
comes
okay.
out.
Got it. So you're just basically hitting them at the same time.
Sorry, what'd you say?
You're hitting the inputs at the same time, basically.
Yeah, the issue is with Nair, you can't fast fall on the same frame you Nair, right? Because you would just down air at that point.
No, I understand.
Yeah, so as long as you get the fast fall in the like frame after or 2 frames after you Nair, you'll start the fast fall before the Nair actually hits and get much better frame advantage. But you can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he had 6 frames to hit you. And in this case, he just grabs. So you actually could have shined, but that's just something you're not going to get the shine perfect every time. But I definitely recommend practicing that in Knuckle Punch. And you can practice with Fox doing the shine out of shield, but it's going to seem really impossible at first. So I would just practice with it holding shield, and then you can just like see you want to get like a -3 Nair. The best Nair you can do is +0, but -1, -2, and -3 are all good as well. That's what you're aiming for. Oh no, I hate that.
That hitbox, yeah.
Yeah, you just have to space a little further to avoid that. Like, it happens when they're really close on you. So you can see, like, by the time it actually hits, he's actually, like, he was on the left side of you. Oh no, it's a double jump. That looked like an accident, maybe. Oh no, actually you were
It was just
trying
a
to hit
really
that.
hard read.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That didn't work at all.
Yeah, I don't
think I happen to do. I think I do a lot of like back airs that are sort of like low, like high risk, low reward.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you ever think he's going to jump like that, because it looked like that was your prediction, right? You were like, okay, this Fox is going to jump. He's shielding. He's probably going to full hop out of shield. I want to like back air him to hit him off stage, right? So an alternative is instead of like going for the read, just think, okay, well, he's going to full hop. I'm not going to try to read the full hop and then do my full hop back air because that's not a winning battle really. Because of how high how high Falco's full hop goes, that's going to put you in a bad position most of the time. So instead, you can think, okay, he's going to full hop. Where is he going to land? And then you can see how we're sort of going back to what we already talked about, where he's either going to drop down right here, and maybe we laser, or just like even just an F tilt to whiff punish him and poke him off stage. Or maybe he lands on the side plat and we can dash jump shine him. We could just poke at him with back airs. But we don't need to like full hop above where we're in a weak position. So imagine you just like stayed here and just back aired this spot right there. It's not like he would be able to punish that. Nice. Yeah, that's the strength of staying on the ground. You can see, like, he did it there where he full hopped onto the side plat, and you're just like, okay, well, I'm not going to full hop bear, because that puts me in a bad spot. I'm just going to wait for you to move somewhere where I can hit you. Boom. Okay. Nice. Ooh. Okay, so this is the tricky part about doing pillar combos. Let me see, how late are we on this? So we're pretty late on the jump cancel. Not too bad though. Okay, it looked like we were more late on after the wave dash. So...
So you're saying the jump out of shine was late?
Yeah, the jump out of shine was on frame 3, but that's not too bad. It was more this after the wave dash. So as soon as the wave dash lag ends, we want to be doing a dash and then another shine, or a down air. So you can see like, oh, it's hard to tell.
So just losing a few.
Yeah, losing frames.
Going a bit slow. Yeah.
And when Fox is at these low percents, you want to do the dare as early as possible. Let's see. So get the shine.
Because Fox can't tech
Yeah,
out.
so you're like already actionable and it could be dashing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we didn't dash until frame 7. And then let's see how early we jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we also jumped slowly.
Okay, so it should have dashed and jumped basically.
Yeah, as soon as the wave dash lag ended, you wanted to be doing dash and then jump down air right away. Let's see how fast our down air is. So it comes out this frame. 1, 2, 3. So even the down air is like a little late. So if you can
drift back. So
sorry?
I said it also didn't drift it back, so
yeah, well, that's the thing is if you had gotten those out in time, then I don't think you need to drift back. So it like let's say you do the dash for one frame and then jump the next frame and then down air the first frame you're airborne. I think you're slightly further to the left. So you would like already be positioned a little better just by doing the dash jump earlier. But the further you dash, the more you're going to overshoot the Fox. So That's how you want to think of it. And the earlier you hit the Fox, you'll avoid him like dying into the ground like this. So I call these impact lands, where you down air Fox and he just like lands out of the spike animation. Like he gets spiked into the ground and then it becomes actionable. So he's actually able to attack.
But doesn't he have to wiggle out in order to get that?
No, not at these low percents. So it's below knockdown percent, and then you're hitting him into the ground. So wiggle out is for when you're sent into tumble. So if you popped him up into the air with a shine, then he would have to wiggle out to do like an air dodge or fall through platform. But even if you're in tumble, like the wiggle out doesn't make you get out of stun any sooner. So there's no point in wiggling out if you're going to like back air. But yeah, he doesn't have to wiggle out below knockdown percent is the main thing.
So you need to make sure you shine before Fox hits the ground, basically?
You need to down air earlier so that he's not able to land like this. Once he lands like this, you can see like have you even landed yet? You haven't even landed on the ground yet and he's already actionable. He could have already shined you. Because like he's shielding here, but he could have shined if he was more aware of how he was getting hit.
Yeah, so if I dared if I dared earlier, then
if you dared earlier, he wouldn't have been close enough to the ground to impact land. So I'll play back again.
Oh, got it. So he like actually...
Yeah, like if you down aired him here, so let's see. So you're like sort of just waiting here, and all this time that you're wasting frames, you can see he's descending further and further down.
Yes.
And by the time you hit him, now look how low to the ground he is. I mean, he was a little higher before he actually got hit, but then the animation like changed his hurt box. But you can see like his foot's grazing the ground. He's pretty close. So he probably held down. I don't even know if he held down. He just like gets hit into the ground and he lands so soon. Whereas if you shine him up here, so you could hit him. Let's see how early we could have hit him. So we're actionable now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 frames for the dash and then 6 frames for the dash into jump squat. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the down air. So we could have already been hitting him on this frame. And you don't have to be frame perfect. Let's say you're a few frames late. Maybe you hit him like here. But that's still like way earlier than where you hit him. And if you hit him when he's up here, you can see the distance from the ground is so much more that he's not going to just get hit into the ground. And that's what
so
we're
it's
going
only
for.
if he gets hit directly into the ground
Right.
by the move.
Yeah.
It's not like if he falls into the ground, he's still like.
Yeah, I mean, if he's going to fall into the ground one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, there's another example of you getting the downer that we can look at, just to contrast.
We'll see.
But yeah, you can see that's like why your combo broke. So you can just practice this by just wave shining in Uncle Punch combo training, and literally just practice wave shining Fox back and forth on FD, and get into the habit of doing that early downer. Oh, sorry, what'd you say?
It's one of the first things I learned, so
yeah,
practice it in forever. But
yeah, a lot of people don't know to pay attention to the early downer, so you'll just have to like brush up on that.
Good.
Okay. So this Nair looks safer. I think you still did an early Nair, but you didn't reach in. So you can see how like the Nair is already out, right?
Yeah, but I think I drifted it back.
Well, it's that I think you fast fall in this frame. Okay, you actually don't fast fall until after still.
No,
so
it's very unsafe actually.
Yeah, he could have punished. So he's actionable right now when his shield comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he could have punished you. And he shield grabbed a little late. And then he still almost got you. You can see the last frame on the screen actually. Fun fact. And then
I didn't know that. It's a frame behind.
Yeah, up here it's 2 frames behind. So you can see like 3 different frames of the Falco there. I just think that's really funny. So you get the shine. So yeah, some alternatives. Alternatives here are like one, identifying that he's so far away you're not going to get this Nair in time. So we either want to do a late Nair that's safe on shield, or another thing you can do is approaching laser here. That can be good because if you, so just to show the setup again. So you sort of like space around his shield grab. It's basically neutral. You both have the same amount of frames. You laser, and you can tell this laser is going to hit, even though it hasn't hit yet. So you know he's going to be like hit by the laser right here, but you also know you're not going to make it to him in time, right? So you can close this space with a laser. And if you're approaching laser here, if he shields, then laser will give you the best frame advantage. I don't know if you knew that. It can be like +8 or even more on shield.
Because there's no lag for you.
Exactly. So you can get really good frame advantage and shield pressure from laser into shine. You can laser double shine. You can laser do
shine
like
grab,
a slightly
maybe
delayed shine grab. Yep. Even just like shine, wave dash back. But you're getting that opportunity to hit him with the shine, and that's what we really care about. Remember that. And then if he dashes back, the laser is going to hit him dashing back, and then you're sort of in that same scenario again, right? So imagine you like land right here with the laser, and Fox is over here, and he just got hit by another laser. You can see it's basically the same scenario, and now we're repeating that mix-up where he's like at the edge of your shuffle range. Maybe we approach with another laser. Maybe we just contain him with lasers in place. Maybe you dash dance to bait out something he's doing. But you can just play this mix-up over and over. And then even if he full hops, which is another common option, if you're landing with a laser, or if you're landing with an Nair and he had full hopped, then he could fall back down with like a drill or up air and whiff punish it. Because it has, Nair isn't too laggy. It's only 7 frames, I believe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So Nair only has 7 frames of lag, but laser only has 4. So if you imagine Fox doing a full hop here, like as you approach, imagine you're doing a laser and he full hopped. If he full hops above you and you lasered, you can react to that and just turn around, up tilt him. Or you might not even have to turn around in this position. But just being able to up tilt as Fox full hops above you is really strong.
Do you pretty much? Is it safe to assume that Fox is gonna fastball most aerials?
No, I don't think you really need to assume that though. Okay. You can up tilt for the fastball timing, and it should still cover the non-fastball timing. He doesn't go high enough that the difference is that big.
Understood.
Yeah, they can mix it up to be tricky, but Yeah, I guess I would assume they're going to fast fall if I'm going to try to pick a timing. Because the fox is trying to whiff punish you quickly the same way you're trying to whiff punish him. So that's why they would fast fall most of the time.
Yep. That.
Oh no, it didn't come out. Oh, so that's that hesitation I was talking about, right? Do you see how that happened?
I was called out too.
Yeah. Because, like, once he sees that you didn't do anything, there's no risk for him attacking here.
Like, yeah, and I mean, this happened earlier in the same match, so I think it was like...
And the only way you could, like, punish it, you could, like, drop down and do a Shine Stall or something. To, like, you could dodge the F smash by dropping down and then double jump back up to punish it. But you can see the obvious issue with that is if you drop down and he doesn't do the F smash, well, now you're just holding Shine and you have no jump. And it's like, now you're in real trouble because now he knows you're going to double jump eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, probably tournament winner would have beaten that option.
Yeah.
Like,
but, well, I think, I don't, tournament winner doesn't have many frames of intangibility. So it might have just hit that, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can see, like, if you had refresh right away, this wouldn't have been an issue. You could have even just, like, rolled up or something.
Now let me start making a list of these practice things to practice.
Oh, I'll send you a write-up of the notes later today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You're far more organized than I. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't take them while I do the lesson, but I'll go back through and I can just, like, remember everything we went over.
Yeah, do you have a recording of everything?
Yeah, I'm also recording this as well.
Oh, sweet. It would be helpful to go back through it.
For sure. Oh. A good thing you can do here is just crouch. So, like, when you see that mistech, if you just...
I'm at 0.
Yeah. And honestly, I think, like, anything under 100, you're easily going to be able to crouch it. So, because I want to say get up attack has set knockback. So, like, as long as you're crouching, I guess it's not set knockback. It's really low knockback growth, maybe.
Yeah.
But anything under 100, you're easily going to be able to crouch. And then I think up to, like, maybe 110 is where you can crouch for foxes. There are some characters that are a little different. But yeah, you could just crouch here, and then if he does a skip attack, you just F smash him. And that's basically a free kill in that position.
I have that problem versus double lasers too. I need to crouch them.
Yeah.
More.
Nice. So, do you remember what we said before? So, like, once you hit him off stage, what do we want to be thinking?
Shoot a laser, like, at where they're going to side B or up B.
And you don't even need to do the full hop lasers. I actually would advise against them. A lot of players get in the habit of, like, doing these jumping lasers for, like, the damage, but then they miss the edge guard down at the ledge. So even just, like, waiting on the side plat, waiting till he, like, gets to this point, and then doing a runoff laser. That's what I like to do. And then, or maybe I'll do, like, a short hop laser here, and then a runoff laser to hit him with, like, 2.
Because you're not really worried about, like, a high up B or a high side.
Yeah, I'm not. Like, if he up B's that high, that's great. I'm just going to back air him and kill him.
Yep.
Like, I'll back air him when he comes over because I can just react before he lands. But this is what we really want to be worried about. We want to be shooting a laser here and here, and then, like, covering ledge by standing next to it. And then you can see, like, if he does this, you could... I think you could hit him with the high laser, but even just... if you're ever not sure, you can just shoot a laser right here to cover the ledge. And then if he does horizontal or high, you can cover that with, like, a dash back air or a full hop back air. You can just cover those on reaction. So that's a very common pattern you'll see from top Falcos is they'll laser to cover the angle to ledge. And then back air the horizontal and high angles.
Laser timing is tough.
Yeah, I mean, if you... Yeah, it can be tricky for sure because of the up B startup. Like, but once you get used to it, the actual size of the laser helps a lot. You'll be surprised.
I think maybe, yeah. I don't know. I should probably something.
Yeah, and
practice.
So like the other thing is, if you're going to just go for a read like this, like you just do a back air for the horizontal up B, if you're going to do this, do it away from the ledge, right? So you're not getting punished if he goes to ledge, because now you're in a bad spot. And anything past the edge of this platform is pretty much the danger zone, where like now if he like drill grabs you and back throws you, now you're potentially dying at 50. And all because you like drifted in on the back air that you tried to edge guard with. Okay, same thing, right? See, like those lasers aren't doing much, but they're also not that bad for this scenario. So just be careful that you're not overcommitting with them. So we want to be shooting another one like right here. Because if you can hit him right here, it puts him in a predicament where like now he's low enough that you can either hit the side B, or if he doesn't up B, he doesn't have like the best angle. He could still like up B at this point and angle to ledge, but it would be hard. Nice. Oh no. I'll tell you tried to laser. Okay. So this was a good laser as he came down. So you can see like you had a general sense that he was like going to come down, so you shoot a laser here. But then we're at this like shuffle spacing again, right? So that's why I say this is very common. It comes up all the time. But what is the flaw with just attacking here?
Dash back, get Fox out of it.
Dash back, full hop, and shield. Those are like his three main defensive options after getting hit by a laser. The other one would be like take laser into attack, but this Fox hasn't even demonstrated a willingness to do that. And most Foxes don't. Most Foxes won't ever like get hit by a laser and then attack you over here. Some might do like take laser, turn around, up tilt, but even that's not too common. Most of them are doing full hop, shield because they're afraid of getting hit, or dash away so they can dash chance grab you or something. So you can see like you pick an option that loses to all three of those, right?
Yep.
Which is normal, so don't feel bad about it. But
no.
That's what we want to transition to, like do a late Nair so it at least beats shield and isn't too easy to whiff punish, or approaching laser, or maybe we just like short hop laser a little closer and threaten with F tilt. You could do stuff like that. You could just dash chance right here, and then maybe he full hops and you dash jump shine him. Maybe he dashes back, and while we're dash chancing, we see him dash back, and then we can laser there. And you sort of can just pin him further in the corner if he ever dashes back. So that's another thing, is a lot of Falcos get preoccupied with hitting Foxes retreating, but you should more so just be happy with like, okay, just laser him after he dashes back, and now you can move forward and take stage. And then do that 2 or 3 times, and suddenly they're out of stage to dash back into. Got a little lucky. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yep, that's gonna happen. Fox up smash.
Yeah, I didn't catch too much of that last part of it, but
yeah, I felt like it was like kind of spaghetti at that point.
Yeah.
So what did you think about that first game? I know we touched on a lot of different concepts as far as like dealing with his up or full hop, and also dealing with options out of lasers. Do you feel like that all is cohesive and makes sense together?
Yeah, so I mean, like the big takeaways I had were like that I'm giving Fox too much respect. So like a lot of the time, often I'm scared to like punish, or like when Fox is in disadvantage, I'm not like taking the initiative.
Right. Yeah, and a lot of that's just like knowing which option to pick. So like knowing you could do that approaching laser in that one scenario, that would have just helped so much. But the early aerials are really limiting, because not only are you doing an aerial that's going to be unsafe on shield, but you're committed to it as soon as you do it. So like if you're going to short hop in and then you have the idea of doing a late Nair, you can change your mind until the point that you actually do the Nair. But if you do short hop Nair immediately, well, now you're locked in like for the next 20 frames or so, right? You can't change your mind and double jump away, or you can't waveland back or anything. So,
yeah, it reminds me of like Ginger's video on the auto-canceled back air. Like,
yeah, that's actually a great analogy.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, if you are doing late back air, you can change your mind and do other stuff. But we still have a few minutes, so we could just run through the second game real quick.
Yeah. Do you ever play with people, or do you usually
did you want to play a few games?
I don't know. I don't know if it would be helpful or not.
I mean,
that was super helpful.
It
I don't
would,
know if
it would be
to
overwhelming for sure, but some people like that experience. It's totally up to you.
Yeah. No, I'll save it for a future day. But,
okay.
I was just curious.
I'm totally down to do like a partial session where we play like some of the time and then analyze some of the time.
Yeah, well, it's mostly just I like playing, so...
Yeah, for sure. Same.
Analysis is way harder.
Yeah. I think analysis is fun when you combine it with playing, though. I mean, I enjoy analysis on its own. Even situations like these where I already understand them, finding different ways to explain them and stuff is cool. Or like being able to visualize the different options. It's almost like a Queen's Gambit or like any chess thing where you're like visualizing all the different moves.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus, this guy's just listing off moves. How is he doing that? Like, oh, knight to e4 and all this stuff. It's like, Jesus. That's sort of how I see it in my brain. I'm just like, okay, I see all the different threat ranges. Like, oh, Fox could do this or that or this.
Admit, it's like as you're going over it, I'm like, wait, now I just really want to know what they do next. Like,
yeah.
What's the Fox do?
Yeah, that's how you can get, like, if you listen to a really good commentator, they'll just be able to like predict the future and like, how did he know that was going to happen? It's because he's seen like 10 different things.
Because he's a good player, basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, we'll just run through this real quick, and I just want to have you like try and point out the things we saw in the first game. So any of the mistakes, you can just like do like a one-word thing. So maybe like early aerial, right? If you see yourself do one of those. And that'll just help you get into the habit of identifying those things we went over.
I think those early aerials really, not to be off topic, but they really hurt me versus Falco.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're
Falco's
just pretty bad in
on the
general.
shield. Yes. Yeah. They're just like, they're situationally useful, and I just use them sort of as like just the tool for everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice try. So what is this down air right here? This is the impact land.
Yeah. Or sorry, it's too dangerous. It's too risky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think the down air was necessarily bad, because like he was on the ground when you down aired, but
yeah, it was just the classic like jump into
you
dare.
Generally want to like be fading in towards the center when you're this close to ledge, because like what if he just shield grabs you? You did another early down air. Okay, so what would you say the problem was here?
Didn't respect full hop.
Mm-hmm. So some better shield
just
pressure options.
Sort of like throwing hitboxes out, assuming that Fox is going to stay in shield.
Yeah, a really good go-to option on shield is just to wave shine back. That way, if they ever full hop out of shield, now you're like positioned perfectly to punish their landing, right? Because they can't full hop and punish the wave dash back. But when you're doing like shine grab or double shine or like shine aerial, all that gets beat by the full hop. Oh no, the up tilt. I saw it.
Yep.
In my mind's eye. I missed the short one too.
Always hurts.
Tech skill is hard. Nice. No! Okay.
Oh,
he died out.
Almost didn't work.
He died out for no reason and got downward. Yeah, so it's maybe it's hard to visualize. Try to like see like how you're fighting vertically. So like you downer him, he impact lands. First of all, you're like jabbing. Now you're shining. Now see like
I don't
if you
think I've realized how many impact lands foxes get on me.
Yeah, that's why it's important to nair people out of the air instead of down air.
It's because they don't usually use it, you know. But I think
right. Yeah, they definitely don't. Most foxes will just hold shield. But if you played like KJH, I promise you he would be like shining you in all these scenarios, or maybe even grabbing or up smashing you. But you can see like, so you're doing the shine. I'd like to see you resort to more like horizontal movement out of your pressure, like shine, wave dash back, and then you can re-engage. So you kind of want to be moving this way, but instead it feels like we're moving this way, and it's like that's a losing battle versus fox.
I think once we're scrapping, I just sort of like go full aggression mode.
Yeah,
you know.
So definitely be more willing to just eject from the situation, and then you can re-engage at a favorable timing. But just like watch this like 5-second sequence of you attacking vertically. So you're both just going like up and down. And just like, how are you supposed to compete with this full hop, right? Look at Fox's full hop just doing work for him here. It's just like, of course you're not going to win that. Plus his shine is bigger. Even there, like, you got a frame perfect shine. Yeah, like if you don't get this frame perfect shine, you're just getting late up aired and it's not going to be fun. So you basically just got lucky there. But that's all because you're fighting the vertical battle. There you go. So just roll out
Well,
of the way.
What's interesting, because like I would think that Fox is better at both the vertical and the ground game.
Yeah, so what about the ground game is different, do you think? Why would he not dominate you on the ground game?
Lasers, I guess.
Exactly. So that's like the importance of backing off and maybe shooting a laser.
Sort of the only advantage you have.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's how the character was designed.
Yep. No, it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people that think melee was an accident. I don't think it's just a coincidence that the slow Spacey has the projectile that stuns. They knew what they were doing.
Oh man, like Fox has this crazy projectiles in N64. Like,
yeah, double.
And that was made by the
double
same
short hop Falco lasers. That's a different beast. Oh, go for jump shot there.
Whether it was an accident or not, it's great.
Yeah, I mean the full up air isn't bad here because you space it safely. But you see, like if you get the shine, that's just such a juicy punish, and that's what we want at these low percents.
Yeah, I think I go for like nickel and diamonding too often versus characters where like there is like a really great combo game.
Yeah, you know? Like if you did that versus a Peach, I'd say great job. Because what are you going to get if you shine a Peach? Maybe you shine Peach and then you back at her. It's 8% more.
You're edge guarding, but it's hard to edge guard Peach. And
yeah.
Yeah.
And then sort of not respecting the full hop arc again, right? See how he's full hopping? If you ever feel like they're full hopping and you can't dash back far enough, you can just start dashing through them. So dashing forward here would be really helpful.
Yeah, like cross them up.
Yeah, cross under, and then that makes you able to control center stage more easily. Oh no. Okay. So
I think I should just wait in center stage sometimes and cover the roll in. I think.
Yeah, definitely. Covering roll in is good because you can also like cover roll in, and then if they tech in place, just laser, right? So you can sort of soft cover the tech in place and tech roll away.
So you just like laser and then shine if they roll in, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's.
I think I actually usually position close enough to F tilt.
Interesting.
Or like dash attack. It's hard to tell if you had time there. I think you could have just like dash attack tech in place. Well, he's at 33, so you wouldn't want to do that.
So you can laser F tilt and still cover.
Yeah, like I think if you just laser, like you said, the laser would like go through his tech roll, and then you would shine his tech roll. And then if he does tech in place and gets hit by the laser, well, now you're at that shuffle spacing, right? So really try to recognize when you're at that shuffle spacing and don't do the early down airs. But this was a good example of the laser net I was referring to before, where he's sort of shooting that laser. Look at how he's falling into it, right? So
you can just shine right here.
Yeah, you could definitely just dash, jump, shine. You could turn around, up tilt. I don't see any reason not to dash, jump, shine. The one thing you have to be careful about is some foxes will take the laser and then shine out right away. Let's see what he does. He probably double jumps or does nothing. Yeah, so that's why the laser out of the air is so good. Is he has limited options. He either like shines and then double jumps away. He double jumps away immediately, or he falls. And he like could do an aerial, but that's very uncommon and also not very good. So like if you think he's gonna shine, you can like do a quick dash dance or just delay your attack, and then maybe even catch his double jump. So you could like dash jump, shine up here to catch the double jump. If he doesn't double jump, he falls down. If he does double jump, well, now you just caught him without a double jump and you're shine comboing him. So obviously that would be really strong.
Yeah.
Not respecting the jump spacing. So it looks like you knew it was coming, but then shielded at the last moment.
Yeah, I think I just expected him to land on platform.
Gotcha.
Not worth the risk.
Yep. Yeah, see how he's like doing, was it a full hop out of shield? Yep, so see how as soon as he shielded and you were like lasering at him when he was shielding, you need to be visualizing that cone.
Yeah, so I think I just assume that foxes are staying in shield too often.
Yeah, that might be the issue.
It's like maybe I guess I have a friend who probably like plays a lot of out of shield games.
Yeah, so even if you're gonna assume they're shielding, like you should still be reacting. So like at this point you should already know like, oh okay, he's not gonna stay in shield, he's already out of shield. And then you see how much time you have to like dash ins grab or dash ins down near him.
Yeah, because he's already naired, so
yeah, like you're dashing forward and you still almost avoided it even after dashing forward. So if you had just dashed back and then dashed in, you would have easily got him.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Laser. No. Yeah, you have a really weird habit of like, do you play someone that like does early side Bs or something? Because you get to like here, and then
it's literally just like, you know how like, it's like I feel like I have to be doing something, so I'm just shooting lasers. That's
it just feels like you're very slow to get towards the edge.
Yeah, I think like those lasers are not worth like not covering the low side B and like getting in position.
Yeah, as long as you're doing the lasers while you position, it's almost not even that bad.
But I think versus floaties, those make more sense because floaties just are not.
Yeah, they're not going to
as
fall
fast
quickly, for sure. Oh, nice try. That was a good laser. Okay, so you have to resist the urge to shield here. So like after you do this up tilt, you have to like be confident that the up tilt protected you. Because as soon as you shield, you lose the ability to position with dashes. So see how like he's jumping up here, you could potentially be even like dash full hopping and back airing him. Because he's at 130, right?
Okay.
So now the straight back airs are what you want. But as soon as you shielded like that, now you can't really hit him. And you still try to. You try to like full hop Nair. Nice. That was good positioning. So watch how you space around his like descent. I say maybe even like dash chance like with punish with the shine bear could be good. Dash chance dash attack. But that was okay. It was a weird way to call it out, but you called out the full hop. Can we grab ledge? Yay! No!
Don't look.
Okay, never mind. We're good.
But it was bad. Oh man, should have just held ledge.
Let's go. All right. So, any final questions as we wrap up?
No, I think I got plenty.
Awesome.
Obviously, I think there's other stuff we probably glossed over, but all I need is enough stuff to work on.
Exactly. Yeah, and that full hop stuff, even like more experienced players, I've talked to them about that, and they don't like incorporate things like the dash dance jump shine or the laser net, and those are just things that you can really rely on at any level.
Yeah, I just need to go for those guaranteed, like, just those like reactable punishes.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Because like I think I'm like chasing. I'm often attacking where Fox is a lot.
Yeah, that definitely seemed to be coming up a lot.
And not respecting Fox, like not respecting the fact that Fox is just better at scrapping. So
yeah, that too.
Like I'm just used to
especially vertically
with Shine.
Like
Shine
I'm down to scrap with like if I'm like just throwing out an up tilt because he's really close to me. I'm more down to do that because up tilt's like really good for scrapping, but in general, yeah, you don't want to like shine versus shine. You lose. Smash attack versus smash attack. He's just going to up smash, which is faster and stronger than anything you have. So yeah, most of your scrapping tools, even up tilt, Fox's up tilt is better.
Yeah.
So that's not how you're going to win the matchup.
Yep, I just need to use lasers better. Yeah, no, I mean.
But yeah, I
don't need to reiterate everything you said. But
I have tournament today, so it might be a little while, but I'll try to get the notes to you by tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah, that's plenty fast. Don't worry about it.
Awesome. Yeah, and if you have any questions in the meantime, or like you're trying to implement something we talked about, but you're having some trouble, just hit me up, and I'll try to explain it again or clarify.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, no, I'll probably just schedule another session at some point, maybe in like 2 weeks or so.
Okay, cool. I look forward to it.
We could talk about it then.
Have a good one.
All right, good luck at the tourney.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, later.